All right, guys, today is the day that we get to put on some of the coolest pieces to this JZ swap. So let me show you what we're gonna install and then we're gonna jump right in. First, I got this diff right here. This is a stock 240SX diff with a 4.1 gear ratio. If you guys remember, I had a 4.6 diff, which the gearing was gonna be a little too short with this BMW ZF transmission. And the next thing we have is this beautiful one-piece drive shaft. I had this custom made by a place called B&W Drivelines. They're kind of a local shop, and the dude was really cool, came over, took measurements of everything so that he could know exactly what flanges he needs on both sides. He took my little Guibo adapter, made the front side. This is going to bolt to the Guibo adapter, and then this is going to bolt to the transmission, and then the back side obviously bolts to our diff. The next piece is our trans mount. This was custom made by my buddy Evan. If you guys have been watching the videos, then you know he's made a few other things for me. The engine mounts for this swap, he also made my angle kit and everything. So Evan's kind of one of the local fabricators here, and he does a bunch of great work. So if you guys need stuff like that done, make sure you hit him up on Instagram. This is his Instagram right here. And this trans mount, the reason I got it custom made is because nobody sells a trans mount for a JZ swap with a ZF trans in an S chassis. So there's no trans mount that I could have bought. So he came over, measured it up, and then made me this custom one. Super simple, but very good and like stout design. So I'm excited to put this on the car. The trans has been held up by a jack stand for a long time. So we'll get that in there with our RevShift bushings that I got as well. And then the last piece that I'm the most excited about is our PMC chassis mount shifter. So this is something I bought way back when I first got all the swap kit stuff from Drift HQ, and this is going to basically bolt onto this piece right here, which then bolts to the trans tunnel in the S chassis. So this will be like a chassis mount style shifter. This will go down to the transmission, the selector rod, and that's pretty much it. And then I bought this cool shift knob for it because, I don't know, it just looks cooler. So anyway, guys, we got a lot of little things to do, but once we get this stuff done, the car is ready to hit the ground because it's honestly been in the air for so long now. I'm like tired of seeing it just floating. So anyway, I'm gonna get this stuff done. We can get it all in the car and then get it on the ground. Now, I'm gonna apologize ahead of time because everything we're doing is under the car except for the shifter. So I'm gonna try to get you guys the best angles I can. All right, let's get down there. Winston? What's up, dude? What do you think? What are you eating? Just don't eat stuff off the ground at the shop, dude. There's a bunch of crap out here. Okay, yep. All right, guys, got it all bolted in. Now we can move our jack stand finally. Oh, it feels so good to have the trans just held up under its own mount, I guess. Let's go ahead and put on our Guibo adapter. All right, so each of these big Allen bolts is going to get a washer and a locking nut on it. Alright guys, ready to get the axles in. Then once we bolt these up, we can bolt up the rest of the driveline. Alright boys, Brady and I got the driveline fully bolted in. It looks freaking sweet, and it fits perfect. There's literally no issue. And the nice thing about having a slip yoke on it, like right there, is that if you guys noticed, right when I went to put it on, it was a little too, too far out, and you just push the whole driveline and it just slips into the slip yoke, and then you can line it up easier. So all done. I am fully done being under the car. If you guys can't tell, it's been pretty miserable. My hands are filthy too because it's just so dirty under here. Guys, mark my words right now. One day, when I get a lift, we're going to literally pressure wash and scrub the entire undercarriage of my car. I just hate how dirty it is down here. I guess I don't really need a lift for that, but maybe we'll take it outside one day and jack it up and just power wash underneath it or something. Let's get out from under here. I'm over it. I need a lift. Please like this video so I could buy a lift. Oh God. Oh my God. Everything down there is bolted up. Everything's tight. So now we can do the shifter. That's pretty much the last thing we're gonna do tonight. And it's the most exciting because once we get to bolt it all up and shift it, it's gonna feel pretty awesome. All right guys, first things first, we're gonna put on our little shifter adapter. So again, this is gonna just bolt up here. All right, so now we're ready to put on the shifter here. The shifter gets bolted in from the top, but we have to put this pin in from the bottom through here and then into the dual shear selector rod. So I do actually have to get under the car one more time, but we can go ahead and bolt this in from the top, and then I'll just put this in from the bottom. And you want to put a little bit of grease on this pin because it's going to be inside of this little brass fitting, and you don't want it to seize up in there. All right, I'm gonna go down under the car and hook this up. All right, boys, check it out. Got it on. Oh my God, that feels so cool. Wow, okay, last thing we need to do. Let's switch this shift knob. This is just the one that comes with the shifter. And I bought the little upgraded one just because, I don't know, I like it. Wow, there's a lot of threads. Wow, it's tight. Holy cow. All right. So, check it out. This is the shift knob that I bought. It's also from Drift HQ. And I don't know if PMC makes this or Drift HQ actually. I think PMC makes it. But anyway, so this is what I'm going to put on. All right. Dang, boys, I'm hyped. This is awesome. This is like, it makes the car feel just that much more complete, you know? It's like, I've had this shifter this whole time, you know, I bought it like as one of the first things, and it's just nice to finally have it, you know, mounted in properly, and it's all bolted up right, so. Just listen to the gears, man. That sounds so cool. It literally sounds like a dog box to me, like. I'm hyped on that, boys. Let's go. This really makes the project feel like almost complete, right? So this was one of the last things I needed to do, which was transmount, shifter, driveline, diff, and bolt up the axles and everything. So literally underneath the car is all done, and I can finally drop the car on the ground, and we're good there. So the last thing to do is pretty much tackle the wiring. Now, I'd be lying if I said that I'm not a little nervous for the wiring. Wiring's not my specialty. I mean, I wouldn't say I necessarily really have a specialty here, but but wiring's one of those things that it can be intimidating. So luckily I have a lot of knowledgeable friends that have already helped out a ton in getting me ready to do the wiring. So I think we should be okay, but you know, that's just one of the things that I wanted to say for last, because I just knew it was going to be kind of daunting, and like, and I want to do it right and all that, you know what I mean? Wiring issues is one of those things that's just like, you don't want to track them down. It's a nightmare. That being said, it would have been nice if I bought like a wiring specialties harness, but it's just like almost another $1,000 into this build that I like, I don't have, you know, it's been an expensive build. So anyway, wiring is left, and then we're ready for the first startup. I got fluids, I got, you know, all the other little miscellaneous things that I needed, so we should be all set there. But guys, huge wins today. Leave a comment, let me know what you guys think of the shifter. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and whatnot. But just one more time, I don't like dry shifting this so much, but one more time. Oh, it's just so satisfying. This is so freaking cool, man. Hell yeah. So that's going to be it for tonight's video, guys. I'm going to go ahead and actually get editing on this video right now. And I'm actually going to be out of town for a few days, so no video for a few more days. But when I get back, we're jumping right into wiring. And when this thing is wired, we're ready for first startup. So wish me luck on the wiring. Hopefully everything goes smooth. I've got all the connectors and wires and everything that I need. I've finally got it all in, and I think we're ready to go. So anyway, please guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of everything. I'm sorry for all the terrible footage under the car. It's just hard to film under the car. I'm sorry. All right guys, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you for the next video, but for tonight, I'm out. Later.